Gene regulation during Drosophila development. An organism arises from a fertilized egg as a result of three key processes. The first one is cell division, cell differentiation, and morphogenesis. And this is the life cycle of a Drosophila. From egg to different larval stages, it pupates into adult. It takes about 9 days to complete its life cycle. Once an egg is laid at 0 hour, by about 2 hours, the embryo, a hollow cylinder of blastomeres are formed. And this blastomere, it undergoes segmentation. And the embryogenesis completes within for 24 hours. And the larval stages last for about 1 to 4 days. And in this larval stages, you have different instars. And the larvae grows into or larva pupates on 5th day to adult, and the adult emerges on day 9. The whole sequence of events described in the life cycle of Drosophila, that depends on how embryogenesis takes place. So we'll study in detail how embryogenesis takes place. Following fertilization, as the egg starts dividing and development proceeds, cells which are initially undifferentiated, that is embryonic stem cells, ultimately differentiate into specific cell types. The differential expression of genes in the embryonal cells play a key role in the differentiation into diverse cell types, tissues, and organs during development. The regulation of gene expression during development is directed by maternal molecules in the fertilized egg's cytoplasm, or the mother's cytoplasm is actually one of the main components in regulating the gene expressions, because most of these maternal mRNAs are required. Its gene expression actually brings about the embryogenesis, and extracellular signals and cell-cell interactions result in development of Drosophila. In animals, development and differentiation begin in early embryo. First, the basic body plan is established. Next, major axes are established like dorsal, ventral, anterior, and posterior. And then gene regulation during embryonic development. This brings about the complete embryogenesis. And this gene regulation is studied in Drosophila. The body is divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. The early embryonic development of Drosophila. After fertilization, the diploid zygotic nucleus undergoes 10 rapid cleavages. At this stage, the embryo is called a syncytium because it is a single cell with multiple nuclei. It is a centrolecithal egg where the yolk is placed centrally and the cytoplasm covers the whole yolk. The nucleus is at one point, it divides, or the cleavage occurs in the nucleus region, and this leads to a syncytium, or an embryo with multiple nuclei. After 8 cleavages, the resulting 256 nuclei begin to migrate to the outer edge of the cell. About 90 minutes after fertilization, nuclei reach the periphery, and plasma membranes partition somewhere around these 6,000 nuclei into separate cells at the 13th division. By this time, the basic body plan, like body axis, segments, boundaries, is already determined. Or these cells, these nuclei, when the 13th cleavage occurs, the nuclei, the number of nuclei is around 6,000, and these nuclei spread themselves on the outer surface of the cytoplasm. They spread themselves, and wherever this nuclei has spread, the cytoplasm encircles this nucleus, and a plasma membrane is formed. At this condition, where it is a syncytium, a multinuclei stage condition, the cells are totipotent. They are not destined to become particular cells. But once plasma membrane develops and the cells are positioned, they are determined to become certain parts. Just after cellularization, the nuclei lose their totipotency and are destined to differentiate into specific tissues in the adult fruit fly. The location each nucleus determines its fate. Soon the cells undergo differentiation and specific organs are formed. A worm-like larvae hatches, eats, grows and molts. Larva eventually forms a pupa, metamorphosis occurs, adult fly emerges with each segment that is anatomically distinct. This is the stage what occurs, a single-celled diploid zygote. It forms into a multinucleate syncytium, and these syncytial blastoderm, they arrange themselves and they form a layered blastoderm. A hollow cellular blastoderm is formed. The cell membranes grow around each nucleus, producing a layer of cells that surrounds the embryo. The resulting structure is called the cellular blastoderm. Nuclei at one end of the blastoderm develop into pole cells, which become the primordial germ cells. Once the cells loses its totipotency and plasma membrane is formed, based on the position where these cells are found, they are destined to become certain areas of the embryo. And those cells that are found or those cells that become the pole cells at the anterior end of the embryo, those cells become the primordial germ cells. The anterior posterior, by 2 hours, the anterior and the posterior edge is determined. The dorsal as well as ventral sides are also determined. And 10-hour embryo, the number and orientation of the body segments are established, and the adult, the major body axes are formed. And you can see from this, the 10-hour embryo, the cells are destined to become the totipotency is lost by about 2 hours. Molecular events that are involved during early embryonic development include cytoplasmic determinants already present in unfertilized egg, encoded by mother's maternal effect genes, also known as egg polarity genes. These egg polarity genes, which are present in mother's maternal cytoplasm, those egg polarity genes encode proteins or mRNAs that are placed into the egg while still in the mother's ovary. One group of maternal effect genes establish the anterior-posterior axis of the embryo. The maternal effect of Drosophila is high. The maternal genes, the maternal mRNAs establish the anterior-posterior axis of the embryo, and another set of maternal effect genes establishes the dorsal ventral. There is an asymmetric distribution of mRNAs during cell division such that the daughter cells inherit different amounts of these mRNAs. So here you can see the distribution of mRNAs in an unfertilized egg and the redistribution of mRNAs to specific regions after fertilizations. And once they reach certain areas they are destined to become certain cells. These mRNAs often encode RNA binding proteins, cell signaling molecules, transcriptional activators, and repressant. Bicoid is an egg polarity gene. Mothers defective in bicoid produce embryos lacking the front half of their body or duplicate posterior structure at both ends. Bicoid, it's a maternal effect. One which regulates the anterior and posterior polarity of the embryo. This is inherited from mother. This bicoid is an egg polarity gene, and it is this bicoid gene that determines the anterior posterior axis of the embryo. Where bicoid is absent, the anterior end is completely absent. Either it is two posterior ends, or the other end is not completely developed. Bicoid is what determines the anterior posterior axis. And this bicoid gene, during the developmental stages, in an unfertilized egg or in an unfertilized oocyte, the bicoid gene is seen located in the ooplasm. But once it becomes fertilized, the bicoid gene product, it gets concentrated at the anterior end of the Drosophila embryo. And there's a gradient of these gene product from anterior end. A gradient of this bicoid gene product occurs. And based on this gradient, it also other proteins, based on the presence of these bicoid gene products, other proteins also get regulated. So this is the anterior one where you have it in a gradient manner. The bicoid protein as well as the products of other egg polarity genes or the maternal effect genes are transcription factors which regulate the expression of some of the embryonic genes. Once the embryo's major axes are formed, the formation of segments is regulated by the segmentation gene. So first it's a bicoid one that determines the anterior posterior axis. Then you have the dorsoventral axis determining genes which determine the dorsoventral axis. Once these major axes are formed, then comes into role the segmentation genes which determine the segments. Activation of 3 sets of segmentation genes defines the body plan. They activated sequentially the gap genes, the pair rule genes, and the segment polarity gene. 3 genes are present. The gap genes, they are responsible for basic subdivisions along the embryo's anterior posterior axis, and mutations in these genes causes gaps in the animal's segmentation. So once axis is formed, segments need to be formed. And gap genes, these are the ones which bring about basic subdivisions along the embryo's anterior posterior axis like head, thorax, abdomen. And these gap genes, they are responsible for basic subdivisions along the embryo's anterior posterior axis, and mutations in these genes causes gaps in the animal's segmentation. Pair rule genes define pattern. Pair rule genes, these are the second type of genes, and pair rule genes define pattern in terms of pairs of segments, and mutations in these genes result in embryos having half the normal number of segments. First, it is the gap genes that determine the segments or the major subdivisions of the embryo. Then comes into play the second set of genes, the pair rule genes, which define the pattern in terms of pairs of segments and mutations in these genes, which result in embryos having, and which determines the pattern of the segments that are formed. And then you have the segment polarity genes set at the anterior posterior axis of each segment, and mutations in these genes produce segments where part of the segment mirrors another part of the same segment. Or the segment polarity genes, they set the anterior posterior axis of each segment. So a mutation in these segment polarity genes, this results in the mirror images, or the segment polarity or the anterior posterior axis of each segment is lost when some mutation occurs within the segment polarity genes. So three sets of genes come into play after the major axes are formed. The first one is the gap genes, the second one pair rule genes, and the third is segment polarity genes. Gap genes determine the major subdivisions, whereas the pair rule genes, they determine the segments of each segments of the subdivisions, and segment polarity genes which determine the anterior posterior axis of each segment. The products of many of the segmentation genes are transcription factors which activate the next set of genes. It's a sequential, most of the gene regulation, you have the most of these gene products, they are actually transcription factors which activate the next set of. And products of the egg polarity genes, they regulate the regional expression of the gap genes. Egg polarity genes, they bring about the anterior posterior axis of the embryo, and these regulate the regional expression of the gap genes. Gap genes control the localized expression of the pair rule genes, whereas pair rule genes activate specific segment polarity genes in different parts of each segment. Segment polarity genes activate the homotic genes, and this is the hierarchy of gene activation. And these homotic genes of the embryo, they activate other genes of the embryo. The homotic genes, they are master regulatory genes which specify the type of appendages and other structures that each segment will form. Once segment is formed, now what we require is the different appendages and other accessory structures that are formed in segment, and this is brought about by homotic genes. Mutations in homotic genes produce flies with structures in incorrect places. Homotic gene products are transcription factors which control the expression of genes responsible for specific anatomical structures. And these homotic genes bring about the complete organism, anatomical structure of organism, like where antennae should be present, where each leg should be present. All this is determined by the homotic gene. The homotic genes of Drosophila possess a 180 nucleotide sequence known as the homobox, which encodes a 60 amino acid region called homodomain that function as a DNA binding domain. The homodomain consists of 3 helices, in which helices 2 and 3 form helix-turn helix motif similar to those present in prokaryotic DNA binding proteins such as the alpha repressor. And the homotic genes of Drosophila, the antennae complex, the bithorax complex. The antennae complex, which determines the head or the anterior region, the bithorax complex, which determines the thorax as well as the abdominal segments. And any mutation in these brings about alteration in characters. Segmentation is initiated by localized RNAs at the anterior and posterior poles of the unfertilized egg. The unfertilized egg contains 2 localized mRNAs, bicoid in anterior regions and oscar in posterior region. There's a bicoid gradient that flows from the anterior end, and the posterior pole you have the oscar mRNA. which determines the anterior and the posterior. The Oscar mRNA encodes an RNA binding protein that regulates the assembly of polar granule, which control the development of tissues arising from posterior region of the early embryo. The bicoid UTR causes it to be localized to the anterior pole, while the Oscar UTR causes localization in the posterior region. A modified Oscar mRNA that contains a bicoid UTR is localized to the anterior pole. This mislocation of Oscar causes the formation of pole cells in anterior region. The bicoid gradient regulates the expression of segmentation genes in a concentration dependent fashion. There are high levels of the bicoid region in anterior region, intermediate levels in central region, and low levels in posterior region. Orthotentacle is activated only by high levels of bicoid gradient in the head. And hunchback is activated by both high and intermediate levels in the head and thorax region. Hunchback expression is also regulated at the level of translation. The translation is blocked in posterior region by RNA binding protein called nanos. After the nanos mRNA is translated, the protein diffuses from posterior region to form a gradient. The translation of the maternal hunchback mRNA is arrested by the nanos protein. The nanos gradient thereby leads to the formation of a reciprocal hunchback gradient in anterior regions. This is how it is controlled. It is controlled by nanos. The nanos deadenylation on no translation on hunchback mRNA, no hunchback protein is formed. Abdominal structures are formed, and where there is nano response element, the pumil polyadenylation translation of hunchback mRNA takes place at the anterior region, and these anterior structures are formed. So anterior portion of mRNA, bicoid mRNA is there, which produces bicoid protein. This stimulates hunchback transcription and hunchback gene. The hunchback mRNA is produced, and this hunchback protein brings about repression of abdominal genes or transcription of thoracic and head genes. Whereas the posterior portion of embryo, the maternal posterior organizer mRNAs and proteins, they activate the nanos gene, and this nanos mRNA produces the nanos protein, which brings about a repression of hunchback translation. The gradient of hunchback repressor establishes different limits of gap gene expression. High levels of hunchback are required for the repression of Krupel, whereas intermediate and low levels repress the expression of NURBS and GAINT respectively. These are the different types of gene regulation which is regulated by hunchback. The bicoid mRNA localized at the anterior end of the egg generates a gradient of protein that extends along the anterior 40% of the egg. The concentration of bicoid protein determines the type of anterior structures that are formed in each region. The nanos mRNA localized at the posterior end of the egg generates a gradient of nanos protein that extends along the abdominal region. The function of nanos is to repress genes whose products interfere with posterior development. These mRNAs, which determine the anterior and posterior structures, are transcribed in the nurse cells and transported through the cytoplasmic bridges into oocyte, because it comes from the mother. The bicoid mRNA is localized close to the point of entry, while Oscar and nanos mRNAs are transported the length of the oocytes to the posterior end. Movement of these mRNAs is accomplished by a motor attached to microtubules. Spatial and temporal expression of genes play a key role in the regulation of early embryonic development of